My name's Michael Kahn. I'm the co-owner of Dollar Western Wear. Dollar Western Wear has been in business since 1982, serving Lubbock and the South Plains, and this is actually my 40th year in the Western wear industry. Dollar Western Wear has a very, very unique history. Back in the late 70s and the early 80s, before there were what we know today as dollar stores, before there was like the Family Dollars and Dollar Trees and Dollar Generals, those type of stores were called salvage stores. My business partner, Larry Moore, he was big in the salvage business. He had a store here in Lubbock. It was called Moore Discount and Salvage. And he had an opportunity in the early 80s to purchase a brand of clothing called DC Jeans. And he put some jeans in his salvage store. And his marketing ploy was, you bought 2 pairs of jeans and you got the third for $1. It did so well, he ended up taking 25% of the salvage store, and he took a wood shingle and he painted the words Dollar Western Wear on the shingles. Those same shingles now hang in our conference room, which was in essence the original sign. Fast forward to about the mid 80s, and he said it was time to do a standalone store for Dollar Western Wear. So he bought a 13,000 square foot building, and the whole concept, it was no longer buy 2, get the third for $1, but everything was off price. Everything was just like it was in the salvage business, but it was in the apparel business. As the years progressed and I had the opportunity to take over the store, gain ownership in the store, and then ultimately becoming full partners in the store, it was important that I ultimately found that balance of having items that were good value, but also having the higher end merchandise, and that's what brings us to Dollar Western Wear today. One of the unique things that we really pride ourselves on at Dollar Western Wear is the ability to make up the exclusive designs with Rios from Mercedes, Anderson Bean, and Olathe. Spend a lot of time doing this, not only at market, but also here in our showroom and buying center. With anything, you're starting with the basics. We're choosing our vamp leather, we're choosing our top leather, we're choosing our side seams, we're choosing the thread colors that's going into the stitching on the top. We use the design books for all the stitch patterns, the toe profiles, the heels, as well as the different soles from the hybrids to the F1s to the leathers to the Oxbow. We actually have over 100 styles that we carry from the Rios of Mercedes family of brands that are exclusive to our store. One of the exclusives that we do at Dollar Western Wear that's probably one of the most special to me is the exclusive Texas Tech Anderson Bean collection. This came about a little bit unique. We're actually the ones that hold the CLC collegiate license for Texas Tech. So we create these designs, they're approved through CLC. And Anderson Bean actually sends me the boot tops. We stitch those here at one of my sister companies, and then I send the boot tops back to Mercedes to have the boots assembled. As I said, they all go under our CLC license, something exclusively to Dollar Western Wear. We do a lot of designs, but this whole collection is really special to us. In addition to the Anderson Bean and Olathe, we also do exclusives from Rios to Mercedes. This particular boot is one that's been one of our top sellers. Hippo, as we all know, is hard to come by, so when we get them, they do really, really well on our shelf. The cutter toe in the Rios with the leather stacked heels, just traditional leather sole on the bottom. This one's just proven time and time again to be one of our best sellers. We feature a tremendous amount of top hand boots at Dollar Western Wear. Top hand is a really unique collection of boots, specifically came about, designed for, and sold exclusively through independent retailers. So that's why we're so happy with this boot collection. They started out with just a couple of rough outs and a few exotics, and this collection just continues to expand and expand in our store. We love the leather stacked heels. We love the orthotic insoles, doing them both in the wide square DB toe as well as the TK cutter toes. Great collection for us, really proven winners. We really love the Macy Bean boots here at Dollar Western Wear. We love the diversity, whether it be the Alamosa toe with the taller top, sleek lines, does a lot of crossover, all the way down to the traditional wide square toe and the exotics. The nice thing with the Macy Bean line, whether it be in the top hand or the traditional Macy Bean, is it really is a boot for any customer that's looking for one. Dollar Western Wear originally in the mid to late 80s was much more about off-price merchandise, factory overruns, discontinued items. Fast forward over the years, Dollar Western Wear, began to upgrade the merchandise, completely move away from factory imperfects, factory defects, irregulars, closeout merchandise, and moved into first line inventory only. As we did so, the relationship with Anderson Bean and Rios became that much more important, especially as you're upscaling your store. As we evolved in that, having the ability to create boots that were exclusive for Dollar Western Wear was really key. How do we separate ourselves from our competition? You know, what makes us different? For the longest time, we were kind of known as the best place to get apparel. Had a lot of shirts, a lot of jeans, but I would say our boot department was very average. As our relationship expanded with Rios Mercedes and Anderson Bean at that time, our boot department became very, very unique. Everything that we had was so much different than everybody else. And so I really credit Anderson Bean and Rios Mercedes specifically for what made our boot department change from very average to being one of the most unique, diverse boot selections that you'll see just about anywhere.